Welcome to She Said, where we chat the tricks and treats of the business of film and TV,
shine a light on women who've empowered us,
and dish on plot twists in our life we just had to say.
Let's too. In today's episode, we'll be doing something a little bit different. Why, you may ask? Well, because Kay's birthday is coming up yet again, ladies and gentlemen. So we're ringing in almost Libra season with an episode all about the ketchup to my mustard, but of course, Miss Kay Broch. So since we named my second episode the sequel, we're going to be keeping that tradition going as well. So here we go.
So I said this on last year's episode, which, by the way, I have to mention, I was wearing this shirt on last year's episode. Libra women. She is not a Libra, but she is representing Libra women.
Energy.
Yeah, and today I am representing Let's, because Hannah got us these shirts last year for Christmas.
Yeah, I got us matching shirts. Mine's yellow,
and
though.
Now she can't fucking find her
so
shirt.
I ordered myself another one. It's the same thing.
She doesn't know where the fuck it is. But when I said this last year, it is unfortunately still true that in all of our episodes, because we do, just a little fun fact, every time we have an episode, okay.
I didn't realize that my whole body would move down.
Yeah, okay. Well, a little fun fact is that we actually ask all of our guests what their birthday is because we want to celebrate them, obviously, on their birthdays.
Birthdays are our favorite holidays.
Just as we celebrate our own. And so we keep track of all the zodiac signs, and we have still yet in 2 seasons to have one Libra. None. We've had none.
Where are all of our other Libras at?
I don't know. Apparently, they just don't like to talk about themselves on podcasts.
That's a little insane to me, I fear.
I fear it as well. I don't know. Maybe it's the indecision, perhaps.
Maybe.
I'm saying that as someone who also has that.
It doesn't really make sense to me because Leos and Libras are like they're literally like the perfect pair. If you didn't watch our Roya episode, then go back and watch the Roya episode because that's a really good one. It'll tell you a lot about astrology and zodiacs and all that good stuff. But I feel though as though
they're supposed to be
there
the
should
social butterfly.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're so similar as well in terms of just like publicity, I guess. Yeah. So
like performance aspects and shit. Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense to me. Where are all of our Libras at? Get your ass on the podcast.
I know. Obviously, I'm here, so you can feel comfortable.
Hey, send us a DM.
But anywho, because it is my episode, we'll be partaking in some of my favorite activities, which is, of course, drinking margaritas and smoking a little weed. And we have many more surprises to come.
So you will all see me struggle to drink. I'm actually fake drinking right now. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I'm drinking sparkling water.
It's early.
It's early. It is 12. I mean, well, it is midday on a Sunday. So really I could technically be drinking, but I have work. I have a work thing to go to later today. So that probably wouldn't be a good idea for me, but I am more of a weed girl. So you will see me get high again. The last time we took a Mexican candy shot was so ridiculous. But today, because we're recording pretty early, we're just going to be sticking to my sparkling water and Kay's marg.
Yeah. Well, and I would urge everyone to go back and watch the last It's All About K, just so you can see Hannah dying in the Mexican candy shot. I love it. It's funny. So, as we said, no shots today, but this bitch actually has to work all the rest of the day as well. So a light cocky she'll have to do. And we will cheers regardless. Cheers.
Cheers to the birthday queen.
Shit, that's good. Here, wait, just try a little. Just try this. Sip? It's fucking amazing. It's this new like tamarindo manganata drink that I got from the store. Isn't it delish?
Okay, I may have one.
Isn't it delish? It's like so light and stuff. You're supposed to
wait. That's so good.
I know. So we are back with
I'm a blank,
where we choose a movie or TV show and decide which character we are and the backstory of why.
So, since it is Kay's week, we'll be doing the iconic, hilarious, female-led comedy Bottoms, which stars the queens Rachel Sennett and Io Idebiri. We do this every time.
I almost Googled it.
I'm so sorry if I'm fucking that up. But
Idebiri?
she was also in The Bear and is still in The Bear.
Is many things. Very talented.
Yeah, she was in
Very
a lot
talented.
of things.
Okay.
It has a million ridiculous characters to pull from, as Kay and I found out while watching it together for the first time, very high in realizing it was a satire, which that took us some time. That really took us some time.
We kept looking at each other and
We
being
were
like, wait, we're not sure if this is supposed to be like real or like
funny.
a gag, like
Yeah.
a bit, which we found out it was a bit, but
we were laughing regardless, but we
Of
were
course.
just like, wait a minute.
I think we
Took
just
us a second to get there, but it probably had to do with the weed too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It always has to do with the weed. You know what I mean? So I've now seen this movie countless times, and I think it's one of the smartest comedies of the recent years. Also, everyone's favorite brat did the music for it, which is Miss Charlie XCX herself. And it is so hard nowadays to get studios to take a chance on movies like this, especially starring queer women. I think we see a lot of like queer male comedies, but we don't often see ones. Usually there's like a sidekick character who's like gay or something, but like this was two girls and a bunch of other girls. And so I want to see more and more of this after the success of this movie, because they made it for not too much money, and it made a lot more money than they made it for.
That's true.
So why don't you light this joint and I will go into who I am in Bottoms.
Okay.
So in high school and even now, I've always been very much of a leader, which I'm sure I've mentioned on this podcast before. I was chosen for leadership programs, and I was the captain of my cheer squad, which some of you may already know. I definitely took a militant, no bullshit approach in those roles, and I was always like a fierce competitor. I'm very much a person who everybody likes to win, but maybe people don't like to win at the level that I like to win at, is what I'm trying to say. So in that way, I am very much a PJ. She dives headfirst into the world of self-defense, which I would be doing in double quotes if I wasn't holding this mic, even without knowing really anything about it. And she's an expert on faking it till you make it, if you will. Her confidence in what they are doing, whether misled or not, is what gets those girls really fired up and also believe in themselves in order to be able to beat the shit out of each other, which is, the point of the club, or so they think. And so I definitely have the ability to do this for those around me, to help them believe even when they don't believe in themselves. And I also never let people see me sweat. So maybe partially I'm an actor too, but I'm very good at, I might not, you might not have any idea that I have no fucking clue what I am doing half the time, but I still,
That's called confidence.
But I mean, it's
within
fake.
yourself.
It's fake confidence, but it's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a confidence.
Sure, yeah. It's
Just to
if in order to be a leader, you can't be seen as someone who doesn't know what they're talking about or doesn't know what they're doing. Otherwise, no one else will follow you. And so another thing about PJ is that she always goes for the wrong girls. She falls for Brittany, who is portrayed as a beautiful dummy, as I like to say. And in high school, all I cared about was if people were hot and popular. Because what the fuck else do you care about in high school? I don't know. I mean, that's the way to survive, I feel. So that made them dateable and desirable to me if they were hot and popular. You always want what you can't have, too, as that Rolling Stone song goes. I think it's Rolling Stone.
No, that one is you can't always get what you want. Did you just say you can't always get what you have?
No, I said you always want what you can't have. Okay, redacted.
I love how I immediately knew and I just started singing it.
Anyway. Okay, well, let's continue and say that I have been known to pick the wrong people on
Sister wheel.
who seem like they like me. They're doing all the things that show you that, you know what, this person likes me. They may not even love me, maybe, but no, then they just end up breaking my heart.
Hey, all of you can't tell we're both going through it this episode.
It is a sore subject for me right now, as I have recently had an experience down this treacherous road. And I felt, also my comedy is very much that of PJ, which is dramatic irritations followed by obvious realizations, which honestly should be on a shirt because it's brilliant. Say it with
me. We
me.
could make it a shirt. JL, if you're watching this episode, put that on a shirt.
Dramatic irritations followed by obvious realizations.
Put it on a shirt.
That's me.
Looking at you.
Yep. So, Han, who are you? As I have a little talk on this.
Yeah, take a little talky talk. Okay, so I wrote down, shocking, 2 people, but I think I'm a mix of Brittany and PJ. I feel like because PJ I relate to because she's, again, constantly choosing the wrong partner. And I feel like I also have been down so many different paths of just constantly choosing the wrong person. And I don't find out until much later than I should, which is also my own doing. But
it is because usually I tell her.
Yes. I tend to give people chance after chance after chance. I'm like, you're having a cough attack over there.
I'm perishing. But I will take another hit. Regardless.
Take another one.
It's magic.
Woo. Smoke show. Guys, we have smoke effects now. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Anyway, I feel like she always does end up in like the short end of the stick of the relationships, but she also always tries to see the best in these people, which I get because I think that I am always just trying to look at the positive in a situation. I'm like, but no, there are so many good parts, and I'm looking more so at the pros than the cons side of things rather than comparing the two, which, thanks, therapy. My therapist says I'm very self-aware. Humble brag. Anyway, for Brittany, well, I relate to her. I feel like she can be like quiet until she feels comfortable and like you get her out of her shell. And I think that her joining the fight club is like her facing one of her fears and like kind of honing in more on who she is as an actual person rather than who people portray her as. And then whenever she came out and like started kind of like messing around with PJ, I was like, oh, okay, like she's just getting more comfortable in her own skin, which like
but she doesn't come out. She's straight. She tells her she's straight and that she can't hook up with her.
Why did I remember it as they hooked up?
You know why? She's flirting with her the whole time, which is exactly what I'm talking about. She made her seem like she liked her, and then she goes to have a study date with her, and then she basically acts like they're about to kiss, and she goes in for the fucking kiss, and then she's like, oh, yeah, sorry, I'm straight.
Yeah, no, I even wrote down on here, I was like, I wish I could be gay or like bi, because I feel like it would make my life easier.
Fucking awful.
Anyway, that I'm a mix.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are back with one of my favorite segments because I love to spin a good tale. It is called
How Did We Get Here?
We're going to take a scenario, occupation, exciting incident, sure, or inciting. Exciting or inciting.
Enticing.
Anyways, from a TV show or film, and imagine what it would be like if we were the characters. I always do this thing with my younger cousins where I show them a movie that I had like loved when I was growing up, my teenage years or whatever the fuck it is, that probably they wouldn't watch themselves. They're like, I think like 22 and 24 at this point. So, they're very much
like right now.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like in the past, I would be like, oh, we got to watch Good Burger together or whatever the fuck it is.
A classic.
But
a cult classic.
But they don't think it's classic because it wasn't like in their time or whatever.
Yeah.
So then I show them.
They weren't like 90s kids.
Right. Cruel Intentions was one of them. So not only does it have an iconic cast of Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe, and Reese Witherspoon, who met on that movie and fell in love, by the way.
Not Reese without her spoon.
Not Reese without her spoon at all. Joshua Jackson, Sean Patrick Thomas. I could go on, but the kiss between Selma Blair and SMG, which is short for Sarah Michelle Gellar, is unforgivable. I think they won like an MTV Movie Award for it that year.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, in fact, my aunt walked in when I was showing this movie to my younger cousins, like right during one of the worst parts of the movie, like the most scandalous parts, you know, and was like, "What are you showing to my children?" And I was like,
okay, so this week we are getting a bit cruel and going back to high school for a plot and scheme with manipulation on top, which Kay loves. So, Kay, what would your hypothetical cruel intention be? And what are your version of the characters in this world? Who's the target of the cruel attack? And what is the target end result?
if I could, I feel like I need some like,
oh my God.
I feel like I need some like evil, you know, like a villain, like quirk, like a thing that they do all the time before when you're like, oh shit, that's their tell that they're gonna about to be evil.
It can't be rubbing your hands together because I feel like too many people do that.
Okay, but what do you
or
think?
Too many villains.
What do you tell me when you look at me sometimes and you know I'm about to be?
You have a look in your eye that literally just scream, and maybe it's because I can tell, but there's just like a certain look you have in your eye. I don't know if they just like get darker or what, but you have a look that's like, oh, I'm gonna be evil right now.
Is there anything else besides the eyes? Do I smile or am I? Sometimes is my mouth shut?
Sometimes you have like I think it depends on the situation, because if it's like a tense evil, you kind of has like pursed lips. But if it's like a kind of funny, ridiculous, you have like that kind of smile on your face.
Oh, okay. So you just never know, huh?
I know.
Right, but I'm saying,
but
you know, like someone I was about to attack doesn't know.
No,
what
they can't see it coming.
Well, we love that. Let's do this.
Run it.
Let's get cruel. Okay. So I think as a teenager and a young adult at a small town high school, which is kind of what I went to, although we had many people in it, but I felt like the town itself was small. Anyways, I often had cruel intentions. I still often have cruel intentions. I try to get better at it, but I might have the intention, but I might not do it, is what I'm saying. But I'm still thinking it. And that's what helps me write good scripts. Anyways, I did not have a stepbrother that I wanted to fuck. But it's ironic I say that because if you've ever read my Only Child Syndrome script, there is a half brother and sister storyline that will have you gasping. And yes, you should request to read such script from me after you listen to this. So I'm going to make my scenario based on those two characters, like the ones in my script. So Sav is the best dancer in the ensemble at school, and she sings in like an actual cool type Glee situation. You know what I mean? I feel like Glee, they're like all supposed to be like outcasts and losers. I'm talking about like this school, it's like the coolest shit ever to be in like a fucking Glee. Like you're like Britney Spears in this Glee. Okay. And so she is also the queen of only children and runs a popular blog about it that has her semi-famous. So this is when blogging was like huge. So it's not like present day. Underneath it all, she has a pill popping addiction and has her sidekick, Aria, write all her blog posts, but then Sav takes all the credit for all of them, even though she doesn't even fucking write them, which is not me. Okay, I would actually be doing the work, but I'm just saying these are characters that I've made up here.
T.
You know what I mean? So you see, Sav had a dark family history, which is the reason for the pill popping. And also, she's determined to keep up cheery appearances so that she doesn't have to face her actual reality, which is why she leans into the stereotypes of only children in her blog, which Aria's experience is, but her experience is not, which is why she doesn't feel she can even write it, you know, deep down underneath. So Jeff is the star basketball player at the school, and his family is rich as all hell because his stepdad basically owns this like town, whatever it is. So he tried to come for Sav's crown by naming himself the king of Only, and he started a zine about it that competes against Sav's blog. Okay.
What the fuck is a zine?
Oh God. A zine is like, I mean, it's short for magazine, obviously, but they abbreviate it because it's basically like not a full magazine. It's like a tiny, almost like pamphlet booklet that were really big in like New York, and like we didn't have them in Michigan really that much. They're only in like huge cities, and people would like make them and publish them. They could have anything they wanted in them. They could have poems, they could have short stories, they could have fucking drawings, they could have comics, they could have whatever. And then it was just really easy to publish them and like put them out in certain areas. And they were kind of like, it was kind of like Tumblr. Okay. Picture Tumblr, but in print. And then there would only be a certain number of copies that came out of them. So they were kind of, if there's only a certain number of something, people are like super into that. And so they would sell out all the time. And then people were like obsessed with certain people that they didn't know before they had social media. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So that's what a zine is for all of you young people. Jeff and Sav, they despise each other because of the competingness, but are determined to get a book deal talking about lessons they learned growing up as onlys. So when a new girl moves to town, whose dad is a publisher at some huge book company, and they find out she's bi, both onlys try to coax her into buying their manuscript so that they can be the first to write about only child syndrome, or OCS. And they take her on dates, and they both end up fucking her eventually. And then there might even be a tease of a threesome, which is, of course, scandalous. And in the end, the new girl's heart will be so broken that she will write her own book exposing the sins of the onlys that destroyed her, and focusing on everyone's favorite forgotten birth placement, which, of course, is the middle child.
That's insane. I want to see it done.
I'm the best at being cruel.
I love it. Okay, everybody. So, Cruel Intentions is such a cult classic, so this is kind of hard for me. And because the cast is so top tier, it's hard for me to like want to change anything about it. So if I feel if I were to make my own version of it, it would be set in LA with two kids at a Beverly Hills prep school whose parents are in the industry, like director, writer, producer, think Steven Spielberg type parents. Kind of similar to the original plot, except they are still step siblings. They are trying to deflower the headmaster's daughter at this prep school, and by doing that will get them into the Illuminati. So they team up. Like, I want same cast and everything. I just want a little bit of a different plot, and I want to mix it with the other one. What's the other movie from the late 90s with Reese Witherspoon, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe, and Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Are you talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer, which doesn't have Reese Witherspoon in it? Or
anyway, okay, so I fear I would like to kind of make it an ending similar to I Know What You Did Last Summer. I want to like mix the two together because they're both, I feel like, just two such good cult classics with like kind of similar eerie feelings behind them.
Yeah.
So anyway, they actually kill the headmaster's daughter in the end.
Oh.
And then they're initiated into the Illuminati. I really wanted to also dig into conspiracy theories.
Naturally.
Okay, so as any listener of the pod knows, we love a game.
So now that we are nice and toasty, today we will be doing a spin on an old segment called
Let's Go Back. So let's go back in today's version. We'll be going back to the past 5 years of Kay's birthdays past, and she is torturing me with another guessing game.
Indeed. So what she means by this is we will be playing a version of Heads Up, but with some note cards, which I won't show you yet because you'll be able to read them.
Yeah,
and I don't want Hannah to read them. So there will be a word or a phrase on them that pertains to one of my birthday trips in the past 5 years. I'm going to mention what trip it was and then the events that surrounded this word or phrase or whatever the fuck it is. And anything that might help Hannah like guess whatever I'm trying to get her to guess. But I, of course, cannot use any of the words in the phrase or in whatever word it is. So you all know how to play these kind of games. So Hannah, are you ready to guess? Also, I'm gonna put it up to the camera, the word that it is beforehand, and then I'm going to have Hannah close her eyes or put her hand over her eyes each time. Also, so you cannot, Hannah, you cannot look for these. So
Okay.
you have to be honest. Are you ready for the first one? I will tell you. So this is oh, I put it upside down. This is the word. I probably should have wrote these backwards, huh? Whatever. Okay. Anyways, are you ready? Turn. Yep. Okay. So this is from the trip that we went to up north. It was the first birthday trip that you ever came with me.
Yeah.
We did the Broch Olympics.
Big Bear.
At this trip. Yeah, you don't guess the trip's name, you guess a name of something that has to do or something that you'll something that has to do with this trip.
Oh, okay.
I'm just telling you what trip it is first.
Okay, got it.
And so we did the Broch Olympics, and the last event was a lip sync battle. And during said lip sync battle, what did I break in dancing about all over this living room?
Ceramic bear.
I didn't put ceramic, but I just put bear. But yes, I did
to give
break
extra detail. It was
a ceramic bear.
Oh my god, that was the funniest shit ever.
Well, it was funny because I absolutely did not mean to break it. But I was in the moment.
So many things happened on that trip. I was terrified it could have literally been fucking anything.
I thought I was going to be charged $1 million at that house. I feel
so many things happened. Your nipple like almost broke off from that top you were wearing. You broke the bear. We had like a ghost situation. I almost passed out from the fucking hot tub and like being out in the sun all day. And
broke into that
then
house.
Matt Wench shows up, and with Matt and Morgan show up, and he brings all of these fucking moonshine shit. We had a karaoke to ourselves in the living room. No one else. It was the most chill vibes. And Kay and I were literally just singing and dancing in our like hoodies and swimsuits in the living room, going up and down the stairs, performing.
Naturally.
Could have literally been fucking anything.
Yeah.
Oh, we also explored the abandoned house.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Turn over. We have about 10 of these. So I'm going to put this up. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, Hannah. All right. So this is the birthday trip where we went to Joshua Tree, and it was all girlies. Mm-hmm. And we stayed at that one house, and we lost power one night in said house. So we couldn't play in the game room anymore. But we did a certain ritual type thing with the moon at one point. And what was the thing that helped us perform said ritual?
A candle, a Jesus candle, a Jesus Britney candle.
You're close, but
was it the Libra candle? Okay.
The Libra candle.
Why did I think it was the Jesus Britney candle?
I didn't even get that until like after my birthday.
Oh.
You just know I have it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, the Libra candle then.
Which you got me.
Yeah.
Okay,
I knew it was one of the ones that I got you.
Yeah. I'm going to put this here. Okay, turn. Okay. So this is when we went to Mexico, Cabo specifically.
Okay.
And one of the last nights we were there, I think it was my birthday night actually, when we had a dinner, there were some interesting ladies that came over from another table. Who were from?
I hope they're doing so well.
From the OC, and you could tell they really didn't like their lives. You know, like they were there escaping.
They were escaping
it all. Yeah, And what was the thing that they said to us that you found so funny? Well, we all found so funny.
Was it the Xanax comment or the like the pharmacy comment?
What did they say? You have to say what they said.
Fuck.
About what they were doing basically in Mexico.
Were they there on a divorce trip?
I don't know, but they said they told us they were going to do something the next day.
Fuck, I know I have this written down somewhere too.
It had to do with the drug that they wanted from said pharmacy and what they were going to do with said drug.
We're gonna pop a Xanny.
That wasn't it. It was a weird thing.
Wasn't it like an opioid? Adderall?
Do you give up?
Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me.
It's Xanny in my panties.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Xanny in my panty. Yeah.
We need that on a shirt too.
I know.
We really need that on a shirt.
I know. Yeah. Such a weird thing to say. I've never heard such a thing, but maybe it's a thing. I don't know. Anyways, turn over. Turn
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to put this here. Okay, turn back around.
Okay.
So this is the trip that we went to in Puerto Vallarta last year. And every single night after we had gone on our excursions or got drunk or whatever the fuck it was, we would come back to our moist ass room and we would order room service every night without fail and get super high. And we would eat. We were obsessed with this one thing that we would always get every night. And we would always be like, me and her would be like, oh my God, dude, the blank. And you would be like, yeah, the blank is crazy.
Is it the flan? Or the cheesecake?
No.
Was it a dessert?
I can't answer that.
It was a dessert.
It was something that we were eating. And we ate it every night. It was our favorite thing.
Oh, the French fries.
It was our favorite side that we had.
The guac. No?
No. We were always raving about it. And Braxton thought it was so gross because he doesn't like this thing. But you and I.
Wait, wasn't it the nachos?
It's a side. We always got a quesadilla. And what we put the quesadilla in something every single night. You have a horrible memory.
Oh my God. We were stoned out of our minds.
Yeah, so was I. Do you give up?
Yeah.
It was the fucking refried beans, dude.
Oh
obsessed
my God.
with those fucking
How could I ever
beans.
forget about the fucking beans?
They were
the best beans I've ever had in my life.
I know. They were so good.
Oh my God. We gotta go back there just to eat those.
It's literally the beans.
I need to re-experience that. That would be like a rebirth for me.
Hates the beans. So he would always be like, you guys are fucking gross. I can't believe you're eating that. And we'd always be like drenching our fucking quesadilla in this beans.
Had like a cheesiness to it too.
Yes. It was like white queso with beans or something, but it was still like
so
thick.
good.
It was still thick. They were light. I love.
They were light. We just started fucking eating it with a spoon.
I did
at one point.
You did.
I did that.
I never do such a thing, but you do.
I did that, and you know what?
Okay, turn over.
Okay,
and there's for the audience. Okay, turn back over. Okay, so this is also, we're going back to Cabo. And
this has been, Cabo has so far been my favorite birthday trip of yours, I believe. I just think we were
yeah, I think so too, actually.
We did not have a fucking care in the world on this trip. We were just fucking running everything that we could possibly do.
Should we just go back to Cabo?
Yes,
not even
dude.
Go to Mexico City?
Yes.
It's honestly way closer.
Monica.
Okay, anyways, so we went to Captain Jack's or Cabo Jack's or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in Cabo and we go to Captain Jack's or Cabo Jack's.
Cabo Jack's.
And this was the group that we spoke of that was also there.
The cartel.
Yes. Okay, turn.
Oh.
Okay, I showed this. Okay, turn. Okay, so we're going to PV again. And we went to the club one of these clubs the first night, and it was very chaotic. We were dancing in the front, and me, you, and Braxton, and there was all these like flashing lights and like things on big TVs around. And
I know what club you're talking about.
And what was the thing that we kept thinking was so funny that they would put on the TV?
The cat.
What's the cat's name? It's a certain cat.
Well, it reminded us of Ari.
It's a very famous cat. It was like the first famous cat on Instagram.
The piano cat?
That wasn't Instagram. That was like YouTube or something.
Oh.
The first
Grumpy cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, turn back. Okay, so we're going back to Joshua Tree, and there was a theme that we did in Joshua Tree, and the theme, which I can't say,
Britney night.
That artist says something in particular that I then put on little Capri Sun, like reusable things with my own name.
It's K, bitch.
But what does the artist say?
It's Britney, bitch.
Yes. Okay. Turn. Okay. We're going back to...
Can I turn?
Yeah, you can turn. We're going back to Cabo. And this was something that I would drink all the time in Cabo when we were at the resort specifically. And you were like, I don't like that. I don't like that. And it wasn't a type of liquor. It was a type of drink, like a cocktail. And then you tried it with mezcal in it, and you were like, oh my God, this drink had mezcal in it. And you were like, oh my God, now I love mezcal.
Was it the Paloma?
No, it was something a lot of people in Texas drink it too. It's like a Texas drink.
Spicy Marg?
No.
Oh, ranch water.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
All right. We're going back to Puerto Vallarta. And what was the thing that we kept saying and chanting over and over again about that trip? It is also the name of the birthday trips group chat.
PVBB.
BB baby. You said it so weird.
PVBB.
It's supposed to be PV baby because it rhymes.
I know, but then we should have did it like PV baby instead of PVBB.
BB means baby.
I know.
It's abbreviated.
It's funnier if it's PVBB.
Sure. That's what it is. Turn around. Okay, we're gonna turn. We're gonna stay in the same trip. Okay. And we went to a particular show that is also the name of a song.
Oh my God. Fuck.
And it was on like an island.
I know. It's the one where that girl was on the thing with her hair hanging and like the fire. And what is the name? The mermaids.
Yep.
Oh my God. Yeah. So many mermaids.
Tiki torches all over.
It was on like the most beautiful island.
It was so cool. I fucking want to go back
there. I know. I want to go back there too, but I want to go back during the day.
Yeah. But they kept playing the song, and we kept saying the song.
Rhythm of the Night.
This is the rhythm of the night. Oh yeah. Okay.
I had to like sing that song in my head to remember the name of it.
I know. Turn. I was like, okay. All right. Turn. We're going back to where we just were drinking ranch water. What?
Cabo.
Yes. What was our favorite activity at our resort? What do we do? Where do we go?
Obviously, the lazy river.
But what did we call it?
Oh my God, the something highway. Fuck. Oh, this was so funny. What did we call it? Oh my God, it's something highway.
It's so obvious.
The lazy highway? No.
No, sister.
Fuck.
Sometimes I would just be like, I think I'm gonna go on the
highway.
No. Do you give up?
Yes, I literally have this written. We have
the LR highway.
The LR highway.
LR.
That's right.
I'd
That's
be
right.
like,
That's right.
I gotta head to the LR. We're taking a trip down the LR highway. It was so good. I love that. Remember when Braxton threw my bucket hat and I had my fucking iPhone in the hat? I was holding all my shit. And all of a sudden, it went into the water. And I was like, my phone was in that, you idiot. And
we had to like go back.
Yo, he dove because it was moving down the highway. He dove and had to get it. Oh.
We made friends with so many old people on the LR highway.
The LR highway was the shit. I loved it.
It was lit. There really weren't there weren't really any kids there either. So it was like,
let's go
chill.
back.
We gotta go back to Cabo.
Yeah. I think. Okay, turn.
Okay.
This is the last one. I think if I go. So we're going back to Big Bear.
Okay.
And as I mentioned, we did the Broch Olympics, and I broke the bear as I was singing this song.
The Curse of Curves.
Cute is what we aim for. Cute is what we aim for. Okay. Cool. Well, you got most of those. You only gave up on 2.
I know.
That's pretty good.
That was, my memory's not fully shot.
It's a B-.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
B+, I fear. A would be 10. A- would be 9. 8 would be a B.
Sure. I'll give you a B.
Yeah.
Okay. B for Broch.
Correct.
All right. So we're moving on. We did this segment with Chelsea Javier based off of the weekly horror polls she posts on her stories. However, we are catering it to me this episode and going Broch season. Ooh. So this is
little this, smidge of that. A segment where, in this case today, we'll name 2 different things that Kay adores. This could be from pop culture, films and TV, eats, and even beauty and fashion.
Yes. So the twist on today's segment is that Hannah will actually be guessing which of these I would choose. Because, as I mentioned before, I love to make Hannah participate in games and see just how much she really knows me.
I like games. I just panic.
I love a test. I love a test. Okay, so are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. If I had to choose, would I choose Avril Lavigne or Ashley Simpson?
I feel Ashley Simpson.
You feel right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do love both. They were both in different eras of my life.
I know you love both. However, I feel like you just have always gravitated more towards Ashley Simpson and her music and just like her entire vibe in general overall over Avril Lavigne, because I feel like she is more style-wise your vibe.
She's me.
Yes.
Okay. So Alexia or Marisol from The Real Housewives of Miami?
Marisol.
You are
We've
right.
had this conversation
cocky.
Before. She loves a little cocky.
Yep.
You love a little cocky.
I do indeed. Okay. John and Vinny's or Jones?
Jones. No? John and Vinny's now?
Always John and Vinny's. Always.
Interesting.
The thing that really draws me to Jones is not the food.
It's the dirty martini.
It's the dirty martini.
Interesting.
And I can't name a fucking drink from John and Vinny's, but the food.
I know they do have really great food.
The little gem salad. I love it.
Actually, yeah.
Way better.
We have never been to John and Vinny's together, so I wouldn't
we must
necessarily know that.
The vodka pasta.
I know.
My favorite.
It's the best.
And then also even the fucking, they have like some bread that has like brie and honey on it or
they
whatever.
Also,
at
I
one
love
point, that shit.
I think
I love the dessert.
They have a lemon pasta, I believe, still that is so good.
I'm telling you, we can walk there. From here.
I know.
It's crazy.
To do that.
Which might have to be redacted so that none of you stalkers of mine know where I'm
What did you just do? Did you just knock your tooth on that? It didn't chip, so you're good. Yeah, you're good. Not even a crack.
I would lose it.
Not even a crack.
I laughed into the mic. Okay, so Cher Horowitz in Clueless or Regina George in Mean Girls?
Cher Horowitz.
Yeah. I'm going to be here for Halloween. Follow my Instagram and look out for my pictures. Okay. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
I want to say Backstreet Boys, but I feel like NSYNC.
The answer is complicated.
I know. Because it's like the Justin and Britney drama.
So it was once NSYNC
and then it
growing
had to
up,
change.
but now it has to change to the Backstreet Boys. And now I'm actually realizing that a lot of the people that I thought were really ugly when I was a little kid, obviously because they
they got
men,
hotter.
They're fucking hot. Like Kevin from the Backstreet Boys. I'm not saying, and AJ can sing his fucking ass off. Like
they're very talented.
Very talented.
They're performing at Stagecoach next year.
I know, I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's got to be Backstreet Boys now. So a statement dress or a matching set?
Ooh, that's tough. I feel a matching set.
A matching set?
Yeah, you do love a good statement dress as well, but you have more matching sets, I fear.
I don't think that's the case. I actually have a lot of statement dresses, but I gravitate to the matching sets because anyone can wear a statement dress. Yes. But not everyone can feel confident enough to wear a 3 or 4 piece matching set. But I can. Okay, hair up in a half high pony or pulled away from my face with butterfly clips. So if anybody else knows, these are the 2 hairstyles that I primarily wear constantly.
Yes. But you've been gravitating towards the clips a lot more recently. So I'm going to say clips.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm getting really into the clips. I have tons of clips.
I know.
Okay, so Kenny Powers in Eastbound and Down or Jessie Gemstone in The Righteous Gemstones?
That's hard. I think Jessie Gemstone. No? You're Kenny Powers?
I'm Kenny Powers.
Okay. Kenny Powers.
I'm not personally Kenny Powers. I'm not personally either.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, I think because his character is a little bit more ridiculous.
Fair.
And he has a dream that he's trying to do, whereas like Jesse's dream is to like take over his family, like his dad's business, and that doesn't really feel like a dream to me.
Yeah,
I'm like not familiar with that. But being like the best baseball star or whatever the fuck, or like reviving that career feels more me. Anywho, buffalo chicken dip or Mexicali dip?
I want to say buffalo chicken dip.
Hondo P.
Yep.
I like making my own Mexican dips, but Mexicali, it's whatever. It's basically fucking sour cream mixed with like spices.
Yeah.
Buffalo chicken dip
always hits.
Fucking pristine. I
always
love
hits.
Ranch.
That's like our staple piece anytime we ever like really do
have like
any
a high night
like
or something,
fun high night, or like even when we go on a trip, you always bring buffalo chicken dip.
Because everyone loves it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves it. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of things everyone loves.
Correct.
So Dave Bird in Dave or Earn in Atlanta?
Dave Bird.
Of course. Of course.
That was easy.
Yeah. Okay. So Summer Roberts or Marissa Cooper in The OC?
Marissa Cooper. No, you're a summer girl now?
I've always been a summer girl. The thing is that I just named my car Marissa Cooper because she's dead. And I had to, and because MC the Mitsubishi,
right? I thought it was a Mini Cooper.
Oh, I would never have a Mini Cooper, Hannah. Jesus Christ! I'm so insulted. Get out of my house.
Anyway, next. I understand why it's Summer Roberts because Summer is also my favorite. We know this.
She's the queen. She's way more like me than fucking Maria. I mean,
yeah,
I'm more like Ryan Atwood, as we spoke about in our one episode. So I'm less of a Marissa's kind of a victim in everything.
Marissa is a full victim in everything for the most part.
Yeah, and I can't stand that shit.
Summer is just a little zany for me.
Okay, so we just talked about this a bit ago. So I Know What You Did Last Summer or Final Destination?
I Know What You Did Last Summer? No, Final Destination. Final Destination. Final answer.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Fuck!
You were thinking Final Destination because of Devon Sawa, weren't you?
Yes.
Yes. that is what would bring me to. That is one of my favorite movies because of him. However, I Know What You Did Last Summer is just like I would write that. You know what I mean? Like I like the complicatedness of all the different like moralities and the different characters and stuff. Yeah, they just have too much there, and too much is good for me in this scenario. So Becky G or Carol G is the last question that we have.
That's tough for me because we saw Becky G at Coachella, but I know you also love Carol G. I'm going to say Carol G.
Becky G.
Why?
That's
interesting.
Go with the Mexican girlies. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, true.
And I think I actually I liked Becky G from Singing in the Shower, which was 1,000 years ago.
No, likewise.
You know what I mean? So like and she was like discovered or
that
something
song
by
is
Katy
timeless.
Perry, and then there was like more and more. Like when she was singing in English, I still liked her,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I even like her even more. Whereas like Carol G, I love her, and I love how she looks.
That's literally why I chose Carol G, because I feel like she's not that Becky G is not like stylish or anything. She's
amazing,
stunning in every which way.
But
Carol is just a little bit more.
She's my girl
geared.
Crush. Yeah. She's got like all these different colors of hair. She does like more wild things. I think. Yeah. So I like to look at her.
That was so creepy. So I like to look at her.
It's like looking in a mirror, baby. You know?
Yes, queen.
That's the kind of confidence we're bringing to today's episode. So, anywho, why did I throw this on the floor?
I don't know. Here.
No. First of all, I want to say, Hannah, is there anything you would like to say about me before the episode is done? Oh, Jesus.
I'm screaming. Oh, my God. Happy fucking birthday. Early on. I love you. I'm proud of you. And this is one of my favorite episodes every single year thus far. And the birthday trips just keep getting better and better.
I know. Well, we're like kind of celebrating your birthday too, because I feel like you didn't really have like I didn't have a birthday with you. And,
we didn't get to celebrate together for me this year.
No.
So we'll just, that's going to be scary. It'll be like Cabo 2.0. Cabo, the sequel.
The sequel is all we're going to call it.
The sequel.
Oh, God, we're going to die. Anyways,
it's going to be so much fun.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. We will have many more stories, little this or smidge of that. How did we get here? I'm a blank, and let's go back in future episodes, along with several other fun-filled segments and guests.
In the meantime, make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at OCS Productions, because we have social content coming again soon, as of late.
It's all up to Hannah.
It is. But we do have social content coming as of late, and we want to interact with you, and we want to hear what you love or what you fucking despise.
So please rate us with a birthday 5 stars. And basically, if you rate us anything other than 5 stars, it means that you hate my life. you hate the fact that I was born.
Yeah, which is kind of fucked up.
It's really fucked up. You actually shouldn't even be listening to this. Get out of here.
No, but go rate us 5 stars.
But rate us 5 stars.
And then write a little review. Hey, guys, write us a little review about how you're feeling
on
about
Apple
the podcast as well.
Yeah. Eat that apple. So
eat that apple.
I'm not even singing it in my head. I'm just doing random shit.
Right to the core from
Okay, anyways, the Apple Podcast things. I've lost this paper about 75 times.
If you don't rate us 5 stars just for that, what are you doing?
Trash. You're trash. So, an apple core you are.
Oh, rotten right to the core.
Rotten. So, we'll catch you fucking next time for more She Said. Let's.